So welcome back to our class. So we already answered CO2 in the previous video. Now let's work on with other structures. Okay. So, I'm sorry. So I will skip some of this. So I will focus on these two. I think this will be helpful with your problem set. So let's have ozone. So this is the ozone. It's a combination of 3 oxygen atoms bonded together. It is found in the stratosphere, which protects us from the UV rays from the sun. We call that the ozone layer. It used to be broken because of, you know, refrigerator technology, something like that, that happened during 1980s, 70s. It is a huge threat to humans because of skin cancer that they cause. But now it's a resolved issue. Anyway, so without further ado, let's start drawing up ozone. So, paano to, sir? It's just a combination of 3 oxygen atoms. So I don't know which will be my central and my terminal atom. Well, ganito lang ang gagawin niyo. No? Ang gagawin niyo is, ganun pa rin. wala namang babago. So you still have 3 oxygen atoms together. Na, yan. Sir, sino central dyan? Eh di oxygen na rin. No choice tayo eh. Wala tayong magagawa. Kasi nag-exist yung molecule na yan. So dapat ma-drawing natin, di ba? So we have no choice but to make oxygen to be the central atom talaga. Okay? And the terminal atom, yes, oxygen pa rin. Okay? Ngayon, so we have this thing. Ano na gagawin natin? Bale, we do the NASO rule. Okay? So NASO rule. So check the previous video kung ano meaning niyan. Needed, available, shared, unshared. And this will guide us into how many atoms, how many bonds and lone pairs are there in a molecule in order for everything to work well. Okay. So let's start with needed. So for needed, it's just octet. So oxygen needs octet. So we have 8 times 3. So 8, 16, 24 electrons are needed. Sana. But how many are available? So oxygen is in group 6 times 3. So 6 times 3, 6, 12, 18 electrons. So for the shared, ano yung formula natin? N minus A. 24 minus 18. Ilan yan? 6 na. 6. Or how many bonds? 3 bonds. Okay. And then unshared. Ano yung formula? A minus S. Available minus shared. So 18 minus, So 18 minus 6, 12 electrons, or ilang lone pairs to? 6 lone pairs. So we have all the details to make the structure possible. So we have 3 bonds to share. Pwedeng ganyan. Okay. Sir, pwede ba nasa kabila yung ano? Oh, pwede naman. Pwede naman. Yan. Pwede rin. Okay. We have a term for this na. Pero later na. So focus muna ako dito sa taas. Okay. I'll focus on this one. So I have to give all 6 lone pairs na. So I focus on the terminal muna. So semicircle. This has 2 electrons around it. You have 1 line. So 2 electrons yan. So kailangan pa niya ng 6. Or how many lone pairs? You need 3 more lone pairs. Bilang ka uli, ilang electrons na yan total? 6, 7, 8. Octet na. How about this one? So how many electrons na sa paligid niya? You have 2, 4. How many electrons more is needed? We need 4 more electrons or 2 lone pairs. 1, 2. And then lastly, sa gitna, is this octet? No. 6 pa lang yan eh. So we need to distribute the lone pair. Yan. So this is the structure for the ozone. But wait, meron tayong ginawa sa baba. So sa baba, if I distribute all lone pairs, it will look the same lang. Same lang then. It's just flip. Pansin niya. So, if this is the case, kahit di mo na kunin yung formal charge niyan, you don't need to get the formal charge for this one. Kasi, this molecule below is similar to the molecule on top. What just happened? It seems like you just flipped the molecule by 180 degrees, no? Parang flinip mo lang siya. So, we have this thing called the resonance, no? So, resonance structures are molecules that are very similar. The difference lang is that the electrons just move. For example, yung double bond nandito sa left, ngayon napunta sa right. Yung lone pair dito, nasa right, napunta sa left. So it's just the electrons moving in the molecule. And if that happens, we call them resonance. No? So kumbaga, it's virtually the same. So, do you need to get the formal charge for this one? Not really. Hindi na naman kailangan. So that is our ozone. Should you want to get the formal charge? Sige, gawin natin. So gawin natin. So I'll begin here. Anyway, the formal charges that I will get here will be similar to the formal charges here. Okay? So ano ulit formula ng formal charge natin? Now let me write it here. Formal charge equals valence minus line minus dots around the atom. So ano yung valence ng oxygen? 6. How many lines do you see around this oxygen? 2. How many dots are around this oxygen? 4. So 0 ang formal charge. What this one? So 6 in valence. How many lines? 3. How many dots? 2. So positive 1. About this one? So valence, 6. Lines, 1. Dots, 6. So 6 minus 1 minus 6, negative 1. Sir, paano yan? You might ask, sir, paano yan? Yung gitna, positive 1. Ayun, negative 1 to 0. Ganon din naman to, no? So, kumbaga, it seems like we don't have any choice. Ganon talaga eh. Ano tayo magawa? So, regardless if the ganyan yung molecule sa taas or sa baba, they will have the same formal charges. So, let's just accept it because it exists. No? Okay na yan. So, regardless, the molecule is still the same. It's resonant. It's because of the resonance. No? Yan. So, that's our example number 1. Okay. So, we're done with ozone. Let's now go with carbonate. Carbonate, CO3, negative 2. So, that means the molecule has a charge. So, ano meaning nun? Hala. Ano meaning yan? Meaning yan, may charge yung molecule. May charge lang yung molecule. Okay? So, bale ganito. So, you have to identify which is the central atom and the terminal atom. So, of course, the central will be carbon. It is less electronegative than oxygen. Okay, so let's draw the pattern. So, you have 3 oxygens surrounding carbon. So, pag ganyan. Yeah. Now, let's do the Nasu rule. We have carbon and then oxygen. Does carbon need octet? Yes. So 8. Does oxygen need octet? Yes. 8, 10. But we have 3 oxygens. So times 3. So 8, 16, 24. We at least need 32 electrons. Sana. Okay? But ilan yung available natin? So carbon is in group 4. So 4. Oxygen, anong group si oxygen? Group 6 times 3. So 6, 12, 18 plus 4, 22 electrons lang. Now, ganito. You see that the molecule has a charge. Let's recall everything. Di ba before sinabi ko sa inyo, if an atom is positively charged, meaning, sobra or kulang ng electron? Di ba kulang? Kapag positively charged, kulang ng electron. Pero, pag positively charged, kulang ng electron. Ano ba sinabi ko kanina? Ayan. Pero if you have a negatively charged atom, ibig sabihin sobra ka ng electron, no? Negative so maraming negative. Maraming sobra na electron. Pag positive, kulang yan ng electron, kaya nagiging positive. So looking at our structure, how many electrons are excess? Look at the charge of carbonate, -2. So that means how many electrons are excess? 2. Okay? So that means yung available natin, dadagdagan natin ng +2 because of the charge. Na? May charge yung molecule eh. So may dalawang sobrang electron, kaya -2. Sir, paano kapag -3 yan? Di tatlo yung sobrang electron. Sir, paano kapag -1? Di may isang sobrang electron. Okay? So you add them up here. Sir, what if positive naman yan? Ibig sabihin kulang ng electron. Wala rin, naging positive yan. Mag-minus ka dito. Kukulangin ka ng electron eh. Okay? But if this is negative, you add electrons here. Okay? So now, let's proceed. So shared is n minus a. So 32 minus 24, that is 8. Or 8 electrons or ilang bonds. 4 na bonds. For unshared, that's 24 minus 8. Ilan yan? 16. Or ilang lone pair? 8 lone pairs. So let's distribute. 4 bonds, 8 lone pairs. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Andiyan na lang. Pwede rin yan dito. Pwede rin yan dito. Ano tawag natin doon? Resonance. Okay? Parang umiikot lang kasi yung double bond. So, those are 4 bonds. Let's distribute the 8 lone pairs. So dito muna ako. How many electrons are around this oxygen? 4. So let's add 2 lone pairs to make it octet. How many electrons are around here? 2. So, 3 lone pair. Ilang lone pair na nagamit natin? 5. May 3 pa. How about this one? So, 2 electrons, 3 lone pair pa. Sakto. Sakto pala, no? Ayan. So, that is the structure of our carbonate. Sir, what if I move the double bond dito? Hindi, mababago lang yung position nila. No? If you do that movement. So, resonance tawag doon. Sir, what if nandito yung double bond? Ganun din. Malilipat lang yung lone pair. Basta lagi tandaan, if the lone pair and the bonds are just moving, resonance yan. Okay? Now, let's get the formal charge. Let us identify saan galing yung -2. Yun din kasi yung purpose ng formal charge. It allows you to get nasaan yung lone pair. Saan nanggagaling yung negative charge. So let's do the formal charge ulit. Again, formal charge valence minus, ano yun? Valence minus line minus dots. Okay? So for this one, oxygen, valence 6 minus dalawang line minus how many dots? 4, 0. So this one doesn't have a formal charge. This carbon here, valence, group 4. How many lines? 4. May dots? Wala. So 0 formal charge. How about this oxygen here? Valence, group 6. How many lines? Isa. How many dots? 6. So negative 1. I won't do the same here kasi parehas lang yan doon. So negative 1. So the charge of the molecule is just the addition of all the formal charges. So what is negative 1 plus 0 plus 0 plus negative 1? Negative 2. Ayun. So lagi tandaan, when you add up all the formal charges, it should be the total charge of the molecule. If you just skip mamaya, no, sa ozone, the formal charges are 0, positive 1, negative 1. So when you add it up, 0 pa rin yung formal charge ng molecule. But for carbonate, it appears that these two oxygens has negative 1 charge. So when you add them up, it will be negative 2. So that's it for our lesson today. So the other lessons, upload ko na lang, no? Uli. Again, pasensya na for the late. Pero I will make necessary adjustments when it comes to the deadline, no? It's also may ano din. Kasi nagkakasakit na ako lately. So yeah. So with that, I will see you again sometime. Siguro tomorrow mag-upload uli ako ng video, ha? So thank you and enjoy your break.